In this video tutorial, I will be crocheting the warm and beautiful baby cable stitch shoes. For work, I will be using 2 colors of yarn, a crochet hook, some stitch markers, a measuring tape, and 4 small beads and caps for the crochet cords. I will begin the work with the sole, starting with the foundation chain and working in round. Then I will continue with the upper part that I will make other color. Let's begin. Start the sole by making a chain of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is the foundation chain. Now chain 2 to bring up the yarn and begin the first round. Skip 2 stitches away from the hook and half double crochet into the third chain stitch. And now into the same chain stitch half double crochet 2 more times. 1 and 2. Continue half double crochet into each of the next 5 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Then double crochet 5 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we have 1 chain stitch of the foundation chain. Into this last chain stitch make double crochet 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, now let's turn the work upside down and continue working in the same chain stitch. 5, 6, and 7. Then continue the first round working through the same chain stitches of the foundation chain going back. So double crochet into each of next 5 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now half double crochet into each of the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then into the last chain stitch, half double crochet 3. Make half double crochet 3. 1, 2, 3. Now to complete the first round, work in a slip stitch into the second chain stitch. The first round is ready. And we can start the next one. Begin the second round, chain 3 to bring up the yarn, then yarn over the hook and double crochet into the same chain stitch that we have just worked a slip stitch into. Then yarn over the hook and into the next stitch double crochet 2. 1, and make the second one. And now double crochet into each of the next 13 stitches. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and make the last one. Continue. Double crochet twice into each of the next 2 stitches. Make the first one, 1, and the second one, and double crochet 2 into the next stitch, 1 and 2. Well done. Into the next stitch of the previous round, double crochet 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now again double crochet twice into each of the next 2 stitches. 1, and make the second time into the next stitch. First double crochet and the second double crochet into the same stitch. And continue double crochet 13 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 and 13. Make double crochet 2 into the next stitch, 1, and make the second one, yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the slip stitch that we completed the previous round by making double crochet. Now complete the second round by making a slip stitch into the third chain stitch. The second round is made. Now let's continue and begin the next third round of the sole. Let's begin round 3. Make chain 3 to bring up the yarn. Then double crochet into the same chain stitch that we have just made a slip stitch into. Now double crochet twice into each of the next 3 stitches. 3 times. One, 2, and 3. Then double crochet into each of the next 13 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Continue. Double crochet twice into each of the next 5 stitches. 1, make the second time, first one, and make the second double crochet. The third time, first one and the second double crochet. The fourth time, and make the last time 1 and make the second double crochet into the same stitch. Into the following stitch double crochet 2, 1, and make the second one into the same stitch. We stop at this point. Before we continue this round, insert the stitch marker into the middle doubles of these 2 that are worked in one stitch. This is going to be to the center of the toe part of the sole. This is going to be to the center of the toe part of the sole. Now continue round 3. Into each of the next 5 stitches double crochet twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and make the last time first one and make the second double crochet into the same stitch. Now the same as on the opposite side, double crochet 13 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and make the last one. We have just done 13 double crochet stitches. Continue and make double crochet twice into each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and make the last time first double crochet and the second double crochet into the same stitch. Finish round 3 by working a slip stitch into the third chain stitch on the beginning of this round. Here the sole for the baby shoes is ready. It was made in 3 rounds. With the stitch marker we marked the center of the toe part. Now let's begin crocheting the upper part of the shoe. The upper part of the shoe I will be working in round as well. To begin the next round, it will be a round of front and back post single crochet. Make a chain to bring up the yarn and back post single crochet around the chain that is made on the beginning of the previous round. Insert the hook from the back to the front around the chain, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Continue and work a round of back post single crochet stitches. I will be making back post single crochet around each of the next post of double crochet stitches of the previous round. Work around each of the next posts of double crochet stitches. Now to complete the round, skip this chain stitch that we made in the beginning. Insert the hook into the first back post single crochet by making a slip stitch. Round 4 is ready. I remind you that with this round we began the upper part of the shoe. Here what we have now. As you can see, while crocheting this round I moved the stitch marker to the new round. Now before we continue with next 5th round, we need to do some marking to know where we need to crochet the braid. Here on the toe part we need to mark 2 more stitches. I remind you that we insert the stitch marker between stitches. Mark the 9th stitch away from this middle one to both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and insert the stitch marker into the 9th. And count to the left from the middle stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and insert the hook. Insert the stitch marker into the 9th stitch. And we remove the central marker. Let's continue the work and begin round 5. It will be a round of double crochet stitches. Make chain 3 to bring up the yarn. Yarn over the hook and make double crochet into each stitch of the previous round. And make double crochet into next stitch of the previous round. Work till you reach the first stitch marker. We begin the 5th round. We have just done double crochet into each stitch till the first stitch marker. Now let's remove the marker and double crochet into this stitch. Then insert the stitch marker into the stitch that we have just made. As you can see, I insert it into the stitch. Make double crochet 2 together. Yarn over the hook. Insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, then pull through 2 loops, then yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, and pull through 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook to secure double crochet 2 together. Now continue this round. Double crochet into each of the next 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Well done. Then make double crochet 2 together. Begin the first double into the next stitch that was with the marker. Begin the first double into the next stitch. Yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, pull through 2 loops. Then yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. Then yarn over and pull through 3 loops to finish the crease stitch. Now the next stitch of the previous round is with the marker. Remove it and double crochet into this stitch and put the stitch marker back into this stitch we have just made. And now the same as we did on this side, double crochet into each stitch of the previous round till the end of this round. My 5th round is almost ready. Let's complete this round together. Now I join the yarn of other color. Take the white yarn, then insert the hook into the 3rd chain stitch at the beginning of this round. Take the white color, pull it through. I don't cut off the blue yarn. In the next time we will continue working with blue color. Round 5 is ready. Here what we have so far. We started to form the upper part of shoe. Let's continue with round 6. For this, make a chain to bring up the yarn and single crochet into each stitch of the previous round. So single crochet in a row all the way across and stop when you have a stitch of the previous round before the marker. Here I reached the point where we need to decrease the stitch. I have a stitch before the one with the marker. So now remove the marker and single crochet 2 together. Insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, hold 2 loops, then insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through. Now yarn over and pull through 3 loops to complete the decrease. Insert the stitch marker into the stitch that we have just made. Now begin the cable stitch. It is going to be treble right cross cable stitch worked over 6 stitches. Yarn over twice to treble crochet. We skip 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert the hook in the space to the right of the post that we want to work a treble around, then around the post and treble crochet through. And make front post treble crochet. Then front post treble crochet around the next 2 stitches. Yarn over 2 times to work with treble crochet. Insert the hook around the next stitch like this. Pull up a loop through, pull through 2 loops 3 times. And make the last one around the next stitch. Here we made 3 front post treble crochet. Now the second half of the cable work before the first half. It is before the first 3 front post trebles. To work with second half of the cable front post trebles, around each of 3 stitches we skip it, yarn over twice, work before the 3 front post treble crochet stitches. Insert the hook around the post, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, repeat 3 times. Then continue and front post treble crochet around the next 2 stitches. Make the second one. And make the last one. Here, as you can see, the first 3 front post trebles are lowered to the right. Then yarn over twice. To work with treble, we skip 1, 2, 3. Insert the hook into the 4th and front post treble crochet around the next double of the previous round. Then front post treble crochet around the next 2 stitches. 1 and make the second one. Well done. Now the second half of the cable work behind the first half. It is behind the first 3 front post trebles. To work the second half of the cable front post trebles around each of 3 stitches that we skipped before. Yarn over twice, work behind the 3 front post trebles that we have just made. Insert the hook around the post, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops 3 times. Then we need to do 2 more times, as we did in the previous time. Make the first into the next stitch, make the first one around the next stitch of the previous round. And make the second front post treble crochet around the next stitch. We have just done the second cable stitches. We skip a stitch, insert the hook into the marked stitch, continue the work. We skip a stitch, then insert the hook into the marked stitch, So now remove the marker and single crochet 2 together. Insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, hold 2 loops, then pull up a loop through the next stitch, then yarn over and pull through 3 loops to complete the degrees. I insert the stitch marker into this stitch that we just completed. Continue the round by making single crochet into each stitch of the previous round till the end of this round. Keep working in this way till the end of this round. Let's complete this round together and begin the next one. And make a slip stitch into the first chain stitch that we made on the beginning of this round. Round 6 is ready. Here what we have got. On the toe, see the beginning of the braid. And we continue the work. Now let's begin the next 7th round. For this, make chain to bring up the yarn and single crochet into each stitch of the previous round. Work all the way till the first marker. You need to leave 2 stitches before the marker. Keep working till you reach the stitch with the marker. Here we have 2 stitches of the previous round and single crochet 2 together, working. Insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, then insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, then yarn over and pull through 3 loops at once to finish the crease. I remove the stitch marker and insert it into single crochet 2 together. I skip this stitch, then make yarn over the hook and make front post around each of following 12 stitches. First front post double crochet, two, three, four, 5, and 6. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I remind you that we have just done front post double crochet stitches. Well done. I remove the marker, skip marked stitch, and make single crochet 2 together into the 2 following stitches. Insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, then insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, then yarn over and pull through 3 loops at once. And insert the stitch marker into single crochet 2 together. Then single crochet into each stitch of previous round till the end of this round. Let's complete round 7. I will change the color of yarn and work a slip stitch into the first chain stitch. I have just done a slip stitch of blue color. I have just made a slip stitch of blue color of yarn. I don't cut off the white yarn. Let's stop. Here how our shoe looks so far. So let's begin round 8. For this, make chain to bring up the yarn and single crochet into each stitch of the previous round. Work until you have 2 stitches before the first marker. Make single crochet 2 together, working into the next 2 stitches. Insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, then insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook. We remove the marker and insert it into single crochet 2 together and continue the work. We skip this stitch. Now we begin the cable stitch. Yarn over twice to work with treble crochet. We skip 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert the hook around the next 5th stitch. Pull up a loop and pull through 2 loops 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. First, we need to do 2 more times into the next 2 stitches. Make the second one around the next stitch and make the third one around the next stitch of the previous round. The first half is ready. Now the second half of the cable work before the first half. It is before the first 3 front post trebles. Yarn over 2 times to work with treble crochet. Insert the hook around skipped stitch. Pull up a loop. Pull through 2 loops 3 times. 1, 2, 3. We need to do 2 more times around the next 2 stitches. Make the second one and the last one around the next stitch. We continue the work. Yarn over twice to work with treble crochet. We skip 1, 2, 3. Insert the hook around the next stitch. Pull up a loop. Pull through 2 loops 3 times. 1, 2, and 3 by finishing treble crochet. Then continue and front post treble crochet around the next 2 stitches. Make the second one and the third one. Now the second half of the left cable work behind the first half. It is behind the first 3 front post trebles. Yarn over 2 times to work with treble crochet. Insert the hook around the post, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Make the second around the next stitch. Yarn over 2 times to work with third treble crochet. Yarn over 2 times to work with front post treble crochet. Insert the hook around the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops 3 times, 1, 2, 3. We have just done 6 front post treble crochet stitches at the left and 6 front post treble crochet at the right. Let me just stop at this point and show you the braid. We skip a stitch and make single crochet 2 together. Insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through. Then insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook. Insert the marker into single crochet 2 together. Now you need to continue round 8 and make single crochet into each stitch of the previous round till the end of this round. Complete round 8 by making a slip stitch into the first chain stitch on the beginning of this round. Round 8 is ready. Now let's stop and take a look at toe part. With this round we continue the braid. So to start round 9, make a chain to bring up the yarn and single crochet into each stitch of the previous round. Work until you have 2 stitches before the first stitch marker. Now continue. We have 2 stitches and make single crochet 2 together into next 2 stitches. Insert the hook into next stitch, pull up a loop through, then insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook to finish the crease. Remove the marker, insert it into a single crochet 2 together. We skip this stitch, then yarn over the hook, insert the hook around the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops 3 times. 1, 2 and 3. We need to do 11 front post double crochet more. In total it should be 12 front post double crochet stitches. Continue. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Well done. I remove the stitch marker, skip this stitch and make single crochet 2 together into next 2 stitches. Insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, then insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, then yarn over and pull through. Insert the stitch marker into single crochet 2 together and continue the work. Make single crochet into each stitch of the previous round till the end of this round. In the next round I will be working with other color of yarn. Make a slip stitch into the first chain stitch. We don't cut off the blue yarn. Here is our beautiful shoe. It is already very pretty. But we still need to continue. Begin round 10. For this, chain to bring up the yarn. And single crochet into each stitch of the previous round. All the way till you will have 2 stitches before the first marker. Here are 2 stitches before the first marker. Continue. Single crochet 2 together. Insert the hook into next stitch, pull up a loop through. Then insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, then yarn over and pull through. Remove the marker and insert it into single crochet 2 together. Then yarn over the hook twice to work with front post treble crochet. We skip 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert the hook around the 5th stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. We need to do 2 more times. Make the second time around the next stitch and make the last one around the next stitch. Now front post treble crochet around these 3 stitches. We skip it but work before these front post trebles we have just made. Insert the hook around the stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops 3 times. First one, make the second front post treble crochet, and the third one. The treble right cross cable is made. You just need to fix it. Then yarn over twice to work with front post treble crochet. We skip 1, 2, 3. Insert the hook around the 4th, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. We need to do 2 more times around the next 2 stitches. Make the second time around the next stitch. Then yarn over the hook twice to work with front post treble crochet. Now I will be working with these skipped 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over twice to work with front post treble crochet. Insert the hook around the first treble crochet of the previous round, pull up a loop and pull through. Repeat again. Yarn over twice, insert the hook around the first treble crochet of the previous round, pull up a loop and pull through 2 loops 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Make the second front post treble crochet around the next stitch. Pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. And repeat last time. Insert the hook around the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops 3 times, 1, 2 and 3. The treble left cross cable is made. Continue the work. We remove this stitch marker. We skip this stitch, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop and pull through all loops on the hook to finish single crochet 2 together, and insert the stitch marker into this stitch that we just made. Make single crochet into each stitch of the previous round till the end of this round. And make a slip stitch into the first chain stitch that we made on the beginning of this round. Once you complete round 10, your shoot will look like this. You continue and I will stop just to show you the braid. Here how it looks at this point. Now let's continue with round 11. For this, make chain to bring up the yarn and single crochet in a row. And stop when you have 2 stitches before the stitch marker. We have 2 stitches and make single crochet 2 together into next 2 stitches. Insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, then yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook. We remove the marker, then yarn over the hook. We skip this stitch, insert the hook around the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops twice by making front post double crochet. Continue making front post double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. In total it should be 4 front post double crochet stitches. Two, 3, and 4. And now front post double crochet 2 together, yarn over the hook, insert the hook around the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, then yarn over, insert the hook around the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops and pull through all loops on the hook, and repeat again. Front post double crochet 2 together, yarn over the hook, insert the hook around the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, then yarn over, insert the hook around the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops and pull through all loops on the hook to secure front post double crochet 2 together, and front post double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We remove the second marker, we skip this stitch, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop through and pull through all loops on the hook to secure single crochet 2 together. And now single crochet into each stitch of the previous round till the end of this round. I'm about to complete round 11. Make slip stitch into the first chain stitch that we made on the beginning of this round. I cut off the white yarn. We don't need this yarn anymore. And And let's look at shoe. Our shoe is almost ready. Let's begin round 12 of double crochet stitches. For this, make chain 3 to bring up the yarn. And make double crochet into each stitch of the previous round. I will be making doubles till the toe part of the shoe. And we continue working. Continue the work. Make double crochet into each stitch of the previous round. I make double crochet into each stitch of the previous round, like this. I make some doubles, and you should continue by yourself. Keep working in this way till the end of this round. Complete round 12. Make slip stitch into the third chain stitch. Round 12 is done. Let's look at the shoe. I'm going to make a round of trim. Firstly, I will be working with upper part, then with sole. It will be a round of reverse single crochet stitches. For this, make chain to bring up the yarn and reverse single crochet first around the side stitch of the last round. Then into the first stitch of the last row, reverse single crochet twice to make a turn. And continue reverse single crochet into each stitch across the row, like this. Continue working in this way till the end of this round. Let me show you how to complete the reverse single crochet trim. Make the last reverse single crochet into the last stitch of the previous round. Then remove the hook from working loop. Insert the hook into first reverse single crochet, take the working loop, pull it through. Now we can cut off the yarn, and we need to make a trim for the sole. Here you just need to hide all tail and the upper part is made. Now to make our shoe prettier, I will make a reverse single crochet trim around the sole. For this, join the yarn to any stitch on the heel part. Insert the hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, chain to begin the row, and reverse single crochet all the way around the sole. Here I am working through the stitches of the last round of the sole. It was round 3. Keep working till the end of this round. To complete a round of reverse single crochet trim, make the last reverse single crochet into the last stitch, then remove the hook of the working loop, insert it into the first reverse single crochet stitch from the back and pull the working loop through. Now you can cut off the yarn. Now let's take a look at our shoe. It is soft and warm. I just need to make a simple cord to have chains to tie up the shoe on the foot, and then we are done with this project. This cord made of 17 chains. This shoe is very comfortable and easy to crochet. It will be perfect a gift for your baby. Here how our ready crochet baby cable stitch shoe is look like. Let's measure it. The length of the sole is about 12 centimeters. Remember, we do not measure the trim, or with trim it will be over 13 centimeters. Hope you like this tutorial. Please subscribe to our newsletter and write to comment below the video on our website at sharoknitting.com. Thanks for watching.